Welcome everyone to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am DM recording from Down Under. I hope everyone is having a lovely weekend. I'm a bit late on this video, but we are going to do the Pirate's Path. Now, they do give you a whole bunch of points just for checking in the shop, so make sure you grab that. You need, it's roughly the equivalent of 17 sacreds. Here's Edward down here. His soul's over here, a whole separate path to go down this way. So you need another key if you're going to do that. The keys seem to be all the way down the bottom, so you can grab that, grab the mythical materials and then the key. Don't think there's anything else, no. So yeah, essentially you want to pick up this side. You can technically go down this side and switch around, I believe. But one key we already seem to have, so we'll be able to go straight down and get him there. There is a whole bunch of these Titan points. I decided not to go for it. I've done a couple of the events that I probably wouldn't have done because we had the 2x on the mythical champions. If you saw my video and the bad luck that continued with that. So yeah, pretty much we need 16 after you get those points, and I'm going to do a couple of voids, which roughly equates to, I believe, 6 for each sacred. Now, there's no 2x. Normally, I don't pull voids on a non-2x, but I'm very keen on Bayek. I care more about him because he's a time-limited champion, and you won't be able to get him later. In saying that, his abilities are quite amazing. He has this passives where you cannot get critical hits from enemies whose accuracy is equal to or lower than their own accuracy. Now, with these ones, essentially, most nukers aren't going to have higher accuracy than him if you build him right. So normally, their nukers are going to be locked out of doing the big damage, which is what's killing you. Now, if you pair that with something like Harima, who will then also lower the ignore defense champions, you've got a team that's very, very hard to kill. So you just need maybe like a reviver that's quite tanky and one big damage dealer for it. So yeah, he's a good champion. So we're going to jump in. We're just going to do this on the sacred side of things. I mean, I don't have Ezio, have Basim, have Cassandra, so that's all sorted. Don't really care for these two. Helior is okay. Res to accuracy. Yeah, I mean, he's a bit dated. He's okay. Cubitus has the HP burn. Whenever you see this ascended skill, I always feel like that's a very dated champion. They don't do that anymore for a good reason. So HP burn is quite useful if you're looking for it for the faction, but honestly, most people will have better champions for it. So I can't imagine many people going for it. Well, let's jump in. We have 14 voids, which is the equivalent of 2 sacreds, so we'll probably need to do 13 roughly sacreds after that to be close to the mark, and then we can just finish it off in little spots. But voids is an area I just have absolutely no luck in, and it's not looking good here either. That is what? All res. Okay. This is what happens when you do it on a non-2x. But if I get a void legendary, I will consider my bad luck over. Oh, an epic at least. I still need a copy of Whisper. Cannot get a copy of Whisper for the life of me. Back to the rares. Lucky last. No. 1 epic, 13 rares. Not worth talking about. Alright, let's pop. Let's go down to 15 and then we can work it out from there. Not even good on the epics at the moment. Wow, this video, not a chatty video, unfortunately. A Chak, someone has always been interested in building. Places block debuffs. Can be useful in the faction. It's a faction I very much struggle with, but this is not good. Really need a goal to turn this video around at this point. Pestilus. Here we go. I think there's like my 4th copy of Owella. I think that's at least another faction guardian on the bright side. Faction guardians, I want Sylvaner down here. And look at that. Yep. Have not managed to build one yet. So at least an extra 10% for Lemonisi, and yeah, that faction's also not doing much for me at the moment. It does have some good ones in there, but not for me. So we said we were going down to 15, so I've got a couple more to pop out. Owella is a decent champion. The problem with the faction is all of them have the same kind of abilities. There's lots of reviving, lots of healing, lots of survivability in that faction. Yeah, it's one of those videos. Masamoto, at least he looks cool. Love the design on him. Alright, let's see where we are on events. So I think we're too short at the moment. We will take this one. And then it's much of a muchness here. Now here, I think I would rather pay a little bit more for the energy. Because I just won't be using it to get some points. Get us closer to that 600 mark. I'll take these for sure. Unlock the key. So now we need to be at 60,000. So we need 14,000, which is 2 and a bit shards. One more legendary just to make this nice. Not you, occult. Nope, nope, and nope. Beer gun, I think, is used for the Mikage fusion. Or you could be like me and pull her as your mythical champion. She has bombs for it, but I don't think the bombs are that decent on her. So if we have a look, do some maths. Yeah, so we need 5,000 more points. We're still at 2 days. I'll just do that in champion training as I go along with some of the other events for it. So nothing too major there, but yeah, we'll grab Edward. He's a decent champion. Still gonna let me look at him from here. Bannerlords. Where are we, Bannerlords? Nope, I want to be an index. Bannerlords over here. Edward over here. So it has a passive. Each hit inflicted by this champion has 50% chance of placing 100% ensnare debuff. When he kills an enemy, places ensnare on everyone else. Can't be resisted if under Veil and Perfect Veil, and does more damage against people under it. Now he has block revive, ignores shield, stone skin, and block damage. Remembering that stone skin is becoming less prevalent as we see Mercurial come out, so a little bit less useful there. But he does place a Perfect Veil, which is really good when you're trying to make an assassin's team. He's the one that brings it for everyone. Steals all buffs, decreases turn meter, quite decent. And also decreases turn meter as well. So he's a very decent champion. We'll have him very soon. Unfortunately, like most champions, he's probably going to be on my list of build up. But the main thing is we still don't have Bayek. Bayek is going to be the one that gets away, just like Archer was. Many shards pulled for Archer and never got her, and yeah, it's unlikely they'll bring her back, which is a shame. She has some nice abilities. Decreased speed on bosses, fills turn meter, do Hex as well, Provoke, all great for Hydra. Heals all allies when attacking enemies under Hex debuff. If you can put her in a team as your Hexer, then she'll do a lot of healing for you and decrease speed. Very, very decent for Hydra to fill a role. So yeah, it is what it is. We're still working on our Arnie. Build him differently, and he might get rebuilt very soon. Mixed results. Sometimes he's amazing, sometimes he's very, very not. But either way, that's been this video. We pulled a couple of shards. I hope you enjoyed.